Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my 10 on the 10th card collab video. The 10 on the 10th is a collab that I started several years ago, and it's just to help myself and others get a head start on the Christmas cards for that year's holiday season when it rolls around again. It's hard to believe we're already up to the 10th of March now, and it's like the first 3 months have just been whizzing by, and before we know it, it'll be Christmas in July, and then after that we'll be into the fall, and once fall comes, then Christmas is here in no time. The years just go so quick these days. I remember when I was a kid, it seemed like the days would last forever, and now it's like days feel like seconds. But anyways, this is I just wanted to share again this card that I made for my Christmas 365 collab on the last day of February. I did make some more of these, but I did scale them down. This card here is 4 inches tall by 9 inches long, and I did make a little matching envelope for it that I decorated. But now for this next set, I made them a little bit smaller. They're not exactly as small as the mini slim lines that I like to make. I like to make ones that are like 3 by 6. But those, I did use the rest of the package of little tags from Dollar Tree that I had used on that first card. But these cards are 3.5 wide, or yeah, 3.5 wide by 8 inches long. So a little bit smaller. But I needed to have it big enough to be able to fit all of the tags across the front. And you just cut off the back of the tags, like where it's a little card that opens, and you just cut off the back side so that you're just left with the front, which has the image on it. And it is a little bit dimensional because it's popped up on foam tape, but they are super thin, so you could still mail these really easily. Now for the envelopes, I did make them following my envelope punch board directions, the measurements. This other envelope for the first card, that bigger card, was something I had found on Pinterest, and I just decided to go ahead and do the envelope punch board, so it's not shaped the exact same way. And I did not put any I didn't add any decorations to them as of right now, so I don't know if I'm going to or not, but I just made envelopes to go with each of these cards. I do have 5 because there was enough, because I used 3 of the little tags on each card. There was enough to do 6 cards total, and since I had that first card, that larger card already made, I had enough tags to do 5 more cards. So here is the next one with these really pretty turquoise and green tags, and I used some polka dot paper, and the papers that I used on these slim lines is a recollections pad called Holiday Bash, and it's one that I have been using for like the last 2 years because I love all the patterns in it and the collars, and it just seems like the paper pad just doesn't end, just keeps going and going like the Energizer Bunny. This paper pad just keeps going and going. But I did use cream cardstock because the outline, like the the outer layer of these tags, is cream. But after I had everything cut out and I had the card bases made, I realized that the matte layers have a lot of white in them, but there is a little bit of white in the images, so I thought, well, it's too late to change it now. I don't want to waste this paper or have to do more bases, so I just stuck with the cream. But there's the first of the mini slim lines, or I guess you could call it kind of a medium slim line, because it's not like itty bitty, but it's not one of the giant ones. The next one has the same exact images, because there were the same tags on the front. There was 9 tags on the front and then 9 tags on the back of the little like sheet that the tags were on. So 9 of the tags were the same 9 were on the back of the sheet as were on the front, is what I'm trying to say. So I was able to make some of the cards the same. And this has these images again with the teal or turquoise and the green, sort of an olivey green. And then this these cards here, I went ahead and used this really gorgeous sort of a dark teal paper because of the pattern paper I used on the cards. And I think these are the same, yeah, these are the same images, the same tags that I used on the bigger card. I love that little gnome. He's so cute. And then just has this little sleigh in the middle. It says best wishes and the candy cane. This one looks a lot better on the cream than the first two cards because of having that white paper on the cream. But I'm just going to have to get over my analness about the way. I just have to get over it. Because I think it looks just fine the way it is. I just have to tell myself that. And the insides are blank. I have not stamped any kind of sentiment yet, but I love this color of cardstock here for this card, or the envelope. And the next one, I used this really cute pattern paper that has these large ornaments on it. It's a little bit busy, but I think it looks really great because all the colors match so perfectly. And there's that snowman in the middle with the tree. It looks very vintagey. I love that image there. And then it says, "Oh my dear," and "Happy Christmas." So there's that one. And then the last one is the same one as the other card. So that is, I made 5 of these little slim lines to use up the rest of the 1 pack of tags. And then since I wanted to go ahead, I kind of thought about just having that be my video. I would have had a total of, well, counting the 1 card from the other collab, I would have had 5 more cards, so 6 total that I would have had made. But I thought, nah, I found another pack of tags, and this is what they look like. I only used one side because they did have the 9 on the back side and then 9 on the front, or on the other side. And these are the same images that were on the back side, or on the other side, but these are all different. These don't have like ones that coordinate with each other. Well, the other tags kind of coordinated because they had 3 that had the red backing, or 3 that had the red, yeah, red bottom layer, and 3 that had the sort of a teal bottom layer, and then 3 had the green bottom layer. These were all just different colors, and they did not really go that well with the pattern, with the colors in that 1 paper pad that I was using. So I went over to my Christmas stash and found this one that had not been opened yet. Cartabella 6x6 paper pad called Letters to Santa. And all of the pattern papers have really gorgeous colors. They're double-sided. I have not used any of the cut-aparts yet, so I have 3 sheets of cut-aparts to do something with. These are really cute. I love those. Little 3x, look like either 2x2 or maybe, they look a lot like, I would say they're 2x2 since there's 3 across and 3 up and down. They'd be 2x2, which I might have to do something for the Twinchy collab next month with that. And I absolutely love this piece of paper here. It doesn't really look Christmassy, but it has all these bright, pretty colors that red and sort of olive green and like a orange, yellowy, peachy, cream color flower. Absolutely gorgeous. And there is another pattern paper in here which I really love as well. Oh, this one right here with the black and the black background and all the pretty flowers. So I did use those, and I'll go ahead and share these cards real fast. Now on these, I did add a little sentiment on the front. I used my Stampin' Up. I'm not sure what it's called, what the name of this punch is. Select a banner or something like that. But it goes from 1/2 to 3/4 to 1 inch. That's the size of little paper strips you can put in there. And I cut my little strips to 3/4 inch. And then it just makes either the ribbon or the fishtail. And I don't think I've ever used the fishtail. I just like the look of the little ribbon end better. And I took all of my little cards, and this square here was left over from where I cut down my outer layer. And so I did have to take a little sliver off of one side of these tags because I need it to be just a hair skinnier than this red scrap paper was, because I wanted to be able to use up this without cutting any more paper. And it actually worked out perfectly. And then I had some long skinny strips as well, and I just cut them down into my banners. So here is the first card with that gorgeous black pattern paper, and I just did a really simple layout. Just did the red for the bottom layer, and then my pattern paper here, and then just backed my little tag, which I again cut the backs off of them. And they do have just the slightest little bit of a raise to them because of the foam tape, but it's very minimal, so it'd be very easy to mail these. But I just thought these colors in these tags matched perfectly with the paper pad, this Letters to Santa. And in the inside, I did have a little strip left over from cutting down these pattern papers. So I was able to make a little, just add a little strip of paper. This is actually all that I have left. I have these few little strips here, and then I have a couple bigger pieces, which these would probably be about the perfect size to turn into some like vertical mini slim lines. So I might do something like that eventually. But there's the first one, and the stamp set that I use for these sentiments is by Hot Off the Press, Christmas Words. And I have not used, I think I've used one, I had used one stamp off of here before I did these cards, and these stamps were super hard to peel off. I was worried I was going to rip them because they were stuck so hard, and I had to really pull, and I was stretching the stamps, but they didn't tear or anything. They did have a little bit of like feathering when I stamped them, so not the best stamps, but I just liked all of the fonts and the sayings, and the sizes of the stamps was the perfect size for these little banner, or these little, yeah, little strips here. So there's that one. The next one is the little polar bear, and I just used Warm Tidings, and it has like a postage stamp pattern paper for the background. And before I forget, these are card bases from Hobby Lobby, and they are 3.5 wide by about 4 7/8 tall. And so I just cut my pattern, or my layers, 1/4 inch in for the red, and then another 1/4 inch in for the pattern paper. And then there is the little pattern strip on that one. The next one, I love the kitty cat, of course. And then I used the stamp Spreading Joy and Cheer. And it just says Merry Christmas on there. There was about 4 of them that had some kind of little sentiment on the little tag, and then the rest of them, the other 5, were just plain. But I just went ahead and added a little strip with a sentiment on the front of all of these. Here's a cute reindeer with that gorgeous turquoise background, and just put Deck the Halls on this one. And then this one just says Spreading Joy and Cheer with the little snowman and reindeer. And I did not add any bling. I thought about adding like a little gem to the inside of the little banner here, but if I decide to like donate these to anywhere, which I'd probably have to make one more, because I think most of the places that you can donate cards to, I think they want them in bundles of 10. I've been kind of looking into the cards for Cubs that Beth Bourbon Creek Crafts has been doing a lot of videos about lately. Maybe closer to the holidays, they might start taking Christmas cards, but also the cards for kindness. You have to be, I think, in groups of 10, I believe. But anyways, I have enough tags that I could do, I can easily do one more card to make 10. But I wanted to keep it as flat as possible, and that's another reason why I didn't put anything on the inside yet until I decide what I'm going to do with the cards. Now, I love that reindeer. That's kind of a cartoonish looking reindeer, but he's so cute. It just says Merry Xmas in the top there, and then I put Warm Tidings. And then this one, I love the collars together. That Santa was on a like a yellowy gold background, and I thought it went perfect with this floral pattern paper, because it had all these bright reds, and there wasn't any green in the little tag, but all the red and kind of creamy yellow in the back, in the flowers. I just thought they matched perfect with the Santa. and then added Joy to the World on that one. And then here's another Santa with a Christmas tree, and the background is sort of a bluish, a real like a light blue color. So I thought it went good with this Christmas tree pattern paper. And I just used the stamp Spreading Joy and Cheer on that one. And then the last one is the adorable little Santa, snowman, and reindeer. And again, it says Merry Xmas, and then Joy to the World. So there are 9 cards here, 9 smaller cards, a little bit smaller than A2. And then I've got my 5 mini slim lines. So a total of 14 cards for this month for the 10 on the 10th. And I've got plans, like I said, to do maybe some little mini slim lines with these leftover pattern papers here. And I'll do something with those cut aparts in the pad. I hadn't really opened up this paper pad until I started working on my cards for this collab, and it's got so many pretty patterns in here. I really didn't even remember that I had this. It probably came in one of the Echo Park warehouse boxes. But anyways, that is what I have to share for this month. And if anyone is interested in participating, it is an open collab. Just use the hashtag Christmas or hashtag 10 on the 10th card collab 2023. All that information will be in the description below, and you can also use that hashtag to search up anyone else who has posted a video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see everyone in the next video. Have a great day.